Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Firehawk the Master Shinobi, and today we're going to be doing Chinese Zodiacs by personality. Anime characters. We're going to pick anime characters who personality fits this. We're going to read the personality, what you're supposed to be like with that year of the Zodiac, and we're going to pick, okay, that this person is the year of, the dog or whatever. And, so we're going to do this with anime characters, and so definitely let me know if maybe when I say what the year of this is, like the year of the pig or whatever, tell me who you think, who you came to your mind. I would definitely like to hear your thoughts. I do always try to make sure that I respond back to people that comment, whether it's just agreeing with you or not. Obviously, if you say inappropriate things, then yeah, it'll definitely get deleted, but if you definitely say, hey, share your thoughts with me, I definitely will read that. I check my comments several times a day just to see that I'm responding back to everybody and engaging with you all. So I appreciate everyone. Hope that you'll enjoy this video and as much as I enjoyed researching it and making it. So now, we're going to start with the year of the pig. This is my baby brother's year. So my baby brother is the year of the pig, and so the year of the pig is someone who is hyper focused. They're optimistic. They're honest. They're sincere. They're compassionate. They have generosity. Their weaknesses are that they have indulgences, and they can be lazy and childlike at times. But like I said, they're hyper focused. If they have a goal, that's what they want. And the year of the pig is also, for all you that maybe don't like the year of the pig sign, the year of the pig is considered to be the luckiest of the zodiac signs. So someone that is born under the year of the pig is considered to be very, very lucky as well. So that's just a side note. That has nothing to do with, obviously, who we're picking here. But when I thought of someone that's hyper-focused, they had a goal in mind. They're optimistic. Nobody can change their mind. They're always optimistic. They're honest, sincere, like all these traits to me, but it does have indulgences. Has something that they really, really love to indulge in, but they can be lazy at times and childlike. The only person that came to mind, and my little brother will love this, my baby brother, sorry, will love this. I have a little brother and a baby brother, but anyways, my baby brother will love this because this is one of his favorites, obviously, and that's Naruto. Because Naruto was hyper-focused. He had said since he was a child that he was going to be Hokage. And he didn't let anything stand in his way from being Hokage. He was optimistic. When people told him to give up on and change his mind about stuff, he always saw the bright side. He always thought that, Sasuke could be better than he was. Was very generous, obviously, compassionate, sincere, honest. He's all these things, but he does have an indulgence. He loves ramen, obviously, and he can be lazy at times, and he can be childlike for sure. But all these traits that are under the year of the pig are definitely Naruto, and I thought of Naruto right off the bat because, like I said, someone who is hyper focused. That was one thing that you could say about him is that he never wavered from his. He was hyper focused on becoming Hokage and accomplished that end. You can definitely say that he accomplished his end. So if you're on the year of the pig, you have Naruto representing you, and what a great representation for you. Now we move on to the year of the dog. And the year of the dog is someone who is obviously honest, but obviously someone who is fiercely loyal. Their loyalty is unmatched. They make lifelong friends, someone who's going to be by your side through thick and thin. They're going to be loyal to you no matter what. Someone that's born a year to dog, obviously their weakness is that they can be emotional at times. They lack patience and they can act impulsively and doing things without really thinking them through. And so when I thought of, the first thing when I was thinking of fierce loyalty, there's only one character to me in all of anime. When I think of loyalty, that's the first person I think of. And some of you may not know him or have seen him. And by the way, I am sharing graphics that have all your years on it, just in case you don't know what year you were born in. If you don't know what your Chinese Zodiac year is, I'm sharing these graphics so you can see them. But obviously, if you don't see them, couldn't see which year you were, you can always look it up and find out what year you are. Put your year in and go Chinese Zodiac, and it will definitely come up. But the person I was thinking of that's loyal, when I think of loyalty, I think of Gon. I think of all these things. He's fiercely loyal to all his friends, and he gets emotional, and he has a lack of patience at time, and he can be very impulsive in how he acts. I mean, when he put his life on the line for Kit to get revenge for Kit, and when he did that, he didn't care. When he made himself an adult, he didn't care if whether he lived or died. Obviously, he put his life on the line. He thought impulsively, I'm going to do this, and he didn't think it through. So to me, if you're the year of the dog, you are represented by Gon. And to me, that's a good representation of someone that can be a good representation for you on that year. The year of the goat. This is someone who loves knowledge. They're creative, but they are mild and timid. They can be their weaknesses, they can be gullible and hurt easily. Also, people that are under the year of the goat are people that also fall in love easy. They also fall in love easy. If you are born under the year of the goat, you probably fall in love easy, probably too easy, and you can be gullible at times, but definitely are creative and have great knowledge. You definitely you're the person that loves reading a book. And so the people there, when I thought of this, and I even asked my little brother, not my baby brother, my little brother, when I was describing these things and told him about what his ideas, he also agreed that this was the same person that he thought of when it came to that. And so that would be Ken Kaneki. And the reason why I think of Ken Kaneki was he was very timid in the beginning. He was very gullible. He was easily fell in love, but he also loved knowledge. He loved reading books. But also, if you search out the year of the goat, their personalities can change a little bit if they've been hurt. They can be a little bit more guarded. And so his personality does change and goes through a personality change, but he still loves knowledge. And at times he can still be gullible and still have people take advantage of his gullible nature. But I would still say that he's mild and timid at times. He's not wanting to go out there and do stuff. It's because he has to do it. So to me, Ken Kaneki represents the year of the goat. So if you are born under the year of the goat, you have Ken Kaneki. That's a good one. I love Ken Kaneki. So if you haven't watched Tokyo Ghoul, definitely do so. The year of the snake, which, like I said, there's going to be some signs that some of y'all are probably going to be like, I don't like that sign. Because we have this stigmatization about certain things in the West that you're going to think, oh, I don't like that. Maybe like the year of the pig. You might think, oh, I don't like the year of the pig. Being born on the year of the pig is obviously very good because the year of the pig is like I said, very lucky sign. But there are no bad Chinese Zodiac signs. Like I said, year of the snake is someone who is calm and collected. They're steadfast. So you can't change their mind. When they have something set, their feet are planted. Okay? Their feet are planted. They're goal-oriented. They like their alone time. Their weakness is that they can be emotionally attached. And when it comes to love, they probably don't pick up on, if you're trying to give them hints that you're in love with them, they are not going to get it. You're going to have to literally come out and say, I love you. You're going to have to be the one that says, I'm into you, I like you, because they're not going to pick it up. They don't understand that because they're kind of can be emotionally attached and have that coldness. When they're born in the year of snake. They're cold-blooded. And when I thought of that, I thought of Yami. Because to me, Yami is always calm and collected. No matter what happens or what comes about, he's always calm and collected. He's steadfast. he has what he wants to do, and he is goal oriented. His goal is obviously to make a Magic Knights that welcome everyone, and that's like for me that I love that message. That makes me love Yami a little bit more. Obviously, for me, I'm definitely attracted to people by their traits being pan. So these traits are very attractive to me. But he likes his alone time. We know that. He likes to have his alone time sitting on the toilet. He can be emotionally attached. And he definitely doesn't pick up when people love him. He doesn't know that Vanessa's in love with him. And he definitely doesn't know that Charlotte is in super love with him. He doesn't pick it up at all. She's even tried to give like hints, dressed up nice for him. And he still can't get it. He still doesn't understand that Charlotte loves you. But Yami is the year of the snake. So if you're born on the year of the snake, you have a great representation as you have Yami. Now, moving on to the year of the tiger. Which, interesting fact to look at are their lucky colors are gray and green. That might be a hint for you, for y'all. But the year of the tiger is someone who is they're independent. They have keen sense of justice. They're right and wrong. They have a clean sense of this is what's right and this is what's wrong. They're courageous. They don't mince their words. They are honest, but they can be tended to be a loner and be stubborn and brash at times. When I thought of this, I thought, to me, the only person I could think of that, I'm like, who would have that independency, but they have this keen sense of what they believe to be right and wrong, their own sense of justice, what is right and what is wrong. They're very courageous and don't mince the words. The only person I could think of is Kakashi, Dreamboat Kakashi, because he's always been very independent. There's only been a few people that he's really been close to, in a way. And even when he was around others, he still spent a lot of time by himself, reading his book, obviously. But he always had, because of things that happened, even before his dad, what happened to his dad, he always had a sense of what was right and what was wrong. And so, even more so, he had to fight. It took a lot for someone to change his perspective of what to do. Very courageous, didn't mince his words. He would definitely tell you how he felt. He was always honest, but he was very much a loner at many times. And only a few people kind of broke through his exterior. But he is very stubborn as well. But I like that about Kakashi. And so, to me, there's nobody else. He's a tiger. Come on. He's a tiger. The year of the tiger. If you're born in the year of the tiger, you definitely have Kakashi. And I think my graphic missed a few years because I just noticed that it stopped at like 2010. So you'll definitely have to go and see where the next few years continue. Well, 12 years from now would be 2022 would be the next year. So I missed 2022 because it'd have to come back 12 years. So 2022 would be a year that it missed. So just so you know, that'd be the last year of the tiger because mine stopped at 2010. But if you were born in 2022, you're not old enough to know that you're born in the year of the tiger. So, but yes, year of the tiger, you got Kakashi, and obviously who could you want more? Kakashi is amazing. Now we're moving on to the year of the rat, and again, people will have a stigma about wanting to be born, about being born under the year of the rat. They're gonna being born. It's not that way in obviously Chinese culture and Asian culture. Rats are not seen like we see rats, but they also keep their areas very, very clean. So rats are not like they are over here. Rats are rodents, and they're very bad, where they keep their streets clean and stuff. So their cities are very, very clean. Especially like you go to Japan, their areas are very, very clean. So clean that they have their open, water systems where they have they're koi fish. I mean, if you know anything about Japanese koi fish, it has to be very, very clean water for them to be able to survive. So when I thought of now moving on, year of the rat, talking about the year of the rat, but I just wanted to clear that up. If you think, woe is me that I'm born under the year of the rat, I wouldn't see it that way. Someone who is born under the year of the rat has a sense of mystery. They like to hoard their secrets while observing others. Their mysteries is strategic, not selfish. They love being in groups. They're friendly, easy loving, alert, and sharp. And like I said, they're sharp observers. Their weakness is that they're timid and suspicious, and sometimes they miss the forest for the trees. So they get focused on certain things, and they miss the forest for the trees. They don't see the whole picture all the time. So when I thought of someone that has a mystery and loves to hoard their secrets but observes others, and I thought about all these things, the only person that came to mind for me is Anya. Because Anya she loves to be around people, obviously. She doesn't like being alone. Some of that's her circumstances, obviously. But she loves being in a group. She loves it. Sometimes her group is just her, it's just her mom and dad, and her dog, and that is her group. But she'd rather be with them than being by herself. But she has her mystery. No one knows her secret. She obviously has a secret that she can read minds. But she also is a keen observer, not just from her mind stuff. She's a keen observer. She notices things before she reads people's minds sometimes. But she knows everyone's secrets, obviously. But she hoards her own. She keeps her own secret to herself. But she knows everybody's secret. She knows Lloyd's and yours secrets. She even knows, Yori's secret and everybody else's secret. Anybody that comes in contact with her, she knows their secret. She even knows, what's her name's secret? I can't think of her name right now. But anyways, she knows all the secrets. She's a sharp observer. She loves being around people. It just fits her. So if you were born in the year of the rat, you have a great representation. I love Spy Family so much. You have Anya as your representation. She fits you. Year of the horse. A year of the horse is someone who rarely accepts defeat. They think quickly and act quickly. They are candid, and their weakness is that they can be bored. And they can obviously sometimes be self-glorifying, and they can be full-hearted. They can have full-heartedness and stubbornness, obviously, as well. But they obviously do also have endurance, very great endurance as well, at being under the year of the horse. So when I was thinking about this, there was only one person that came to mind for me. And to me, it had to be Killua. Because Killua rarely tastes defeat at all. He thinks quickly and is willing and acts. But that's part of his nature, obviously, being a trained assassin. But he's very candid. He'll tell you how he feels. But he also can do foolhardy things because he gets, mad or angry and has a stubbornness. And sometimes it drives him nuts that he's friends with someone who also is stubborn, obviously, with Gon. And Gon doesn't always see, and he's too loyal. That drives him nuts sometimes, the loyalness. He gets mad at it. Where he was sitting there waiting to, kill Neferpitou. They had an argument, and he goes off and he finds some chimera ants, and he goes, and you can see his hands with electricity, and he goes, I'm just mad. I'm really mad right now, and I need someone to take it out on. I'm sorry that I take it out on you, and stuff like that. So to me, he's someone that we seen him. He was already a legend before he became a hunter and before the hunter's exams. Basically, he failed the hunter's exam because he basically killed someone. So, but I love Killua. He's one of my favorite anime characters of all time. So for you that are born under the year of the horse, you have one of my favorites. You have a good one. You have a good representation for your year. Now, moving on to the year of the dragon. The year of the dragon is a royal sign. It's considered to be, if your royalty is supposed to be born under two signs, dragon, which is the major one, and the tiger. Those are the ones that they consider. But dragon is considered to be the royal sign, because even when they talk about it, it talks about magnificent rulers, that this person is generous. They're idealistic. So they're not realistic, they're idealistic. They have great ideas, and they're dreamers. They're ambitious, they're wise and adventurous, they're courageous, they're fearless. They scorn all hypocrisy and dishonorable behavior. The weakness is that they're temperamental, they can be self-centered, and they always believe themselves to be true, which is annoying. My baby brother is born under the year of the dragon, and I will say that he always believes himself to be true. It is annoying, but I would say all these other things fit him as well. So year of the dragon is not a bad thing. It can be a good thing and a bad thing. They can obviously, they're very good with their people, but if they fall into where they fall into that self-centeredness more, they can also become dictators if they fall into that side. But they can also be great rulers if they stay to the other side, and they stay to that side where they really care about their people. Because this sign, if you stay to that side and you don't get yourself too self-centered, you can become a great leader who cares about their people. And when I'm putting that in mind, I'm thinking about someone who's a great ruler, who's adventurous, who's courageous, who's fearless. He doesn't like hypocrisy. He wants to make sure his people are taken care of. There's only one person that I had in mind, and to me, it had to be Julius. Julius always put his people aside. He did not like hypocrisy, didn't like dishonorable behavior. That's why he doesn't like the king. He doesn't actually like the king. And to me, the Wizard King should be the king of all the land, because the actual king is corrupt, and so they're someone who doesn't deserve that position. But he always puts his people first. He's generous. He's idealistic. He's a Magic fanboy, obviously. He's very ambitious. We might not see that, but he does have great ambition, and that's really making the Magic Knights thrive. And he's definitely courageous and fearless, because he put his people's needs above his own. So he's a great ruler, and I think that's great. And he, like I said, doesn't like dishonorable behavior. Therefore, that's why he doesn't really like the king as much. But he also knows that, hey, he needs the king. He's not an idiot. So there you go. There you have it. You're the dragon. You have Julius. To me, that's a great representation for you. Now moving on to the year of the rooster. The year of the rooster is someone who is calm in emergencies. They will immediately come up with appropriate measures and solutions. They're smart. They're compassionate. They have their own sense of justice, which a lot of times when they're talking about justice, they're talking about right and wrong. They're yin and yang. They have their own sense of what is right and what is wrong. Won't wait around for others to step up. Instead, they'll charge into any situation with conviction. Their weakness is that they can, this is another sign that can appear cold and calculating. To people, they might think that they're cold and they're calculating. But to me, when I thought of all the things of this sign, there's only one name that comes to mind, and that's Gojo. Gojo is always calm in emergencies. He is someone who knows exactly this is what we're supposed to do right now. This is what needs to be done. He will jump into the fray. He's not worried about, he's very courageous. He has a sense of what is right and wrong, and he'll jump into that. And he'll immediately jump, and he'll immediately act as that. And I think that's amazing. But he can be considered cold. Someone can think about him being cold and calculated because he has this different personality. But he's also very much aware of his own abilities, that he is good, that he is amazing. And so The fans love him. Obviously, he's also been voted. They did I think last year they did what was it, Anime Crush. You could vote on your anime crush and stuff like that. He was voted number 1, and then Yor was number 2. So, I mean, a lot of people love Gojo. I mean, how can you not love Gojo? His eyes are just so, like, the baby blue is just, I don't know. Even though the creator doesn't actually like Gojo, he actually despises Gojo. He does not like him. Fans love him. But that happens a lot. There's people that, a lot of times, creators will create characters, and they kind of dislike them. For whatever reason, but us fans most of the time like them. So we have the year of the monkey, and the year of the monkey is the most creative sign. People that are born in the year of the monkey are people that are super, super creative. They have a sharpness of mind that's rivaled by nobody else, but they also love to have fun. People that are born in the year of the monkey love to have fun, but they also lack patience very, very much. They're not very patient people. They lack patience. And so putting that in mind, for me, when you're putting all those things in mind, someone that's creative, that comes up with stuff. And to me, when I was thinking about anime characters, I was thinking of, I thought of nobody but Radical Edward. Radical Edward had to be the person. And because they have this great sharpness of mind, they're super creative. They can come up with stuff that you're just like, oh, you can't believe that they came up with those gadgets and did those things. If you haven't watched Cowboy Bebop, you definitely have to. Radical Edward definitely adds some greatness to Cowboy Bebop, and it's definitely a great anime. If you haven't seen it, you'll know. If you do watch it, there's only 24 episodes? 24, I think it's 24. Maybe it's 26 episodes. You'll know. You'll definitely enjoy it. There's so many things to enjoy about Cowboy Bebop, but you'll definitely enjoy and get a kick out of Radical Edward because they are so funny. So that is your representation as Year of the Monkey. Now moving on to Year of the Rabbit. Year of the Rabbit is someone is courageous, courteous to others, even their enemies. They care about even their enemies. They're very compassionate, caring people. They have a keen perception of reality. They're overly cautious. They have keen intellect. They're cheerful to be around. Their weakness is that their peace-loving ways can make them paranoid on occasion. That they love peace. They're more peace-loving, so they love their peace more than anything, and they don't want anything to get in their way of that. When I thought of this, when I was thinking about someone who's, I kind of got on that someone that cares about all those that are around them and have love for their own enemies. There's only one person that I thought of, and that's Tanjiro. And the reason why I thought of Tanjiro is because he shed tears. Yes, he might have had to kill killed demons, but he has shed tears for the demons that he slayed because he cared about their stories and how they became demons. And he just had this compassion like no one else, but he also has a keen sense of reality. He's cheerful to be around. People enjoy being around Tanjiro. But yes, he does. He is peace loving by nature. He's always been peace loving. He longs for those days. But like I said, there's no one else that has the keen intelligence and just loves people and cares about people, and that he cries over even his enemies. So if you're Year of the Rabbit, you have Tanjiro. That's a great representation as well. Now, the Year of the Ox, which the Year of the Ox is my year. I was born in the Year of the Ox. People that are born in the Year of the Ox have a strong sense of responsibility, great courage, and will step up easily, especially if no one else will. Oxen are very stubborn. They do not have giving up in their vocabulary, so they're never going to give up. They're too stubborn for that. That's also, stubbornness is a strength and a weakness. It's on both sides of the aisle. And they are obviously slow to anger, but if they are pushed, their rage is incredible. So when I was thinking of someone like this, there are many people that you could have come to mind. At first, you might have made an argument that Naruto might fit this if you just had that they not giving up. But there's other parts that I felt like he fit more of that, the Year of the Pig. But to me, there was only one person that really stood out to me, and that was Asta. Like, you could have made an argument maybe for Luffy as well. Honorable mention to Luffy. I feel like there's a lot of things that could have made him fit the Year of the Oxen as well, and there's may be there's quite a few anime characters that probably would fit this bill, because this is the sign of not giving up. And there are a lot of anime characters that do not believe in giving up and won't give up and won't be stopped. But they have a strong sense of responsibility, and they will step up, especially when other people won't step up. And that's Asta. He doesn't necessarily want to be the leader, but if everybody else is backing down, he'll be the one to step up. And like I said, we know that there's no giving up in his vocabulary. He lost the use of his arms, and he still was willing to fight. I mean, there's so many things that he's had to endure that he just won't. He's too stubborn. He won't give up, and if you definitely push him, he gets super, super angry. So to me, Asta's Year of the Ox. So tell me what you think. If there's someone that you thought of, definitely share those with me. I would love to hear your feedback. And I thank you so much for joining me. I'll let you join me next time for more of these. We might do a couple other of these. Chinese Zodiac by personality. And there's some other ones coming, other content coming along the way. I do have plans for other ones like this, trying to get back to those. I hope that you'll share these and with your friends, and definitely like and subscribe if you haven't. I appreciate every one of you that have been a subscriber. I am just blown away by all my subscribers, and I thank you so much for subscribing. I don't take any of that for granted, and I look forward to making content that you'll enjoy. And like I said, definitely share your comments with me and your thoughts, because I would greatly appreciate those. I definitely try to comment back to everyone. Maybe there'll be a day where there's too many comments that I can't comment back as quickly like I do now. But right now, I make a point to comment to everyone that comments, to say something, whether it's just me saying, I agree with you. I still try to make sure that take that time. And so I appreciate all of you, and I hope that you have a great day, and join me right here next time. Thank you.